In problem 22, we are asked to evaluate f of -1, f of 0, f of 2, and f of 4 for the given function. This is a piecewise function because we can only use one piece at a time, depending on what the x value is. So let's take a look at two of them. Let's start with f of 1. Normally, we see f of x. In place of the x, you can see there's a -1. So we are going to substitute our -1 in for the x in the function. But in this case, we have to determine which function we can use. For the first function, we can only use that if x is less than 1. Since -1 is less than 1, that's the one we use. You cannot use the other function. Once you substitute in your -1, then you can simplify using order of operations. -1 to the third is -1. Two negatives make a positive, so your answer is 5. You are finished that part. This means, though, that if we did graph this piecewise function, which you're doing next, there will be a point on the graph at -1, 5. -1, once again, was your x value. Your answer is your y value. Let's take a look at one more. Let's find f of 4. 4 is our x value again. Now 4 is greater than or equal to 1. So you have to use the second function. We can't use the first one. That's only if x is less than 1. So I'm going to substitute 4 in. And you get an answer of the square root of 5. So the x value was 4. The y value is square root of 5.